Artesia, and every week at this time we meet some folks with our Artesia public school system, and today probably one of the favorite topics in all of school lunch. So let's say hi to Celina Duran. Good morning.
Good morning.
And Julie Sedillos.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm going to have you get a little closer to that microphone if you would, please. Hasn't shocked anybody this month, so we're in good shape.
You're the first.
Do you want to be the first?
No.
No. And then Aaron Caldera. Aaron, good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good to see you. And school lunch is an important part of school day activity. I mean, the kids go to school, and then what are they going to eat? And they need to be healthy and nutritious and all that good stuff. And you've got a big team that helps pull that off every day, don't you?
Yes, I do. We have, right now, we're feeding about 1,900 students for breakfast and maybe about 1,800 students for lunch. And we do that with the help of all the ladies in the cafeteria at all the schools. I want to give a big shout out to all of them, you know, for everything that they do and they have done in the past. Even during the COVID pandemic, you know, we were told that we needed to stay and continue feeding the kids, which we did, gladly, out of our hearts. And but it is a huge task for us to be able to complete that.
That's a lot of meals that you have to prepare, 1,900 meals. And do you ever get any complaints? Does anybody ever complain about school lunch?
Yes, definitely. You know, even that's a great question, because I remember even the cafeteria lady, the way they will do a cartoon of the cafeteria lady with the hairnet and the gloves and everything. But just like there's complaints, there's also a lot of thank yous from the folks. And so, I mean, we're ready. You know, we try to do the best that we can to feed our children. And they have to realize that we have to follow USDA mandates. And so a lot of the times they say, well, lunch is not enough. It's just a small portion. But it is what it needs to be for that specific child at that grade level.
Right, absolutely, because, I mean, they could bring their own lunch, I guess, or do they have open campus here? Can they go off campus if they want to at the high school, or do they have to stay and eat?
The only open campus we have is the high school.
Is the high school, so.
Yeah, but every school, even at the elementary level, they can bring their own lunch, you know, if parents don't like what's on the menu, or if they rather save, if they don't qualify for free and reduced lunches, and Julie can talk about the free and reduced lunches here in a minute. But that's one of the things that we do.
Yeah. Celina, let me ask you, when does your day begin as a cafeteria worker? When do you get started each day?
I start at around, I get to about 6:15 and I would just make breakfast for Park School. We open at 7:30 and the kids can come eat breakfast at 7:30.
Yeah. So every day it's an early day for you, and what all is involved? I mean, just how much? I mean, what kind of describe a typical day for you, so that people that may not understand everything that people that work in the cafeteria have to do?
Well, right now we're with the numbers, it's up and down because since school just started, we don't know. And then we got new 8th graders, and then our 9th graders went to high school, so we're just playing with numbers right now. Right now we're almost at 100 for breakfast. Yesterday we had 91, so the number keeps climbing up. At lunch we have over 300 that come eat lunch.
So you get a lot of smiles, you get a lot of thanks. I mean,
yes.
is that
there's a lot of kids that I try personally. I know their names, so I tell them good morning, but I tell everybody good morning, but it seems like when you call them by name, they get excited and they give you a bigger smile.
Yeah.
But I tell everybody good morning when they come in and have a good day and
all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Julie, let me ask you, because we wanted to talk about the payment for the meals, and we've been mentioning on the radio quite a while, and I know they've been mentioning at the school the need to have parents fill out the applications for the free meals. Kind of walk us through a little bit on that process.
Yeah, we ask that all parents fill out a lunch application per household. Our lunches for full pay is $3. Breakfast is $1.50. Free, of course, is free. Reduced this year is also going to be free if they qualify for reduced. Reduced prices are usually 40 cents for lunch, 30 cents for breakfast. But it's important to turn in the lunch applications. I mean, our eligibility guideline has gone up some this year. So, I mean, even if you think you're not going to qualify, I mean, fill it out and turn it in. I mean, because
Okay.
there's a chance that you can be there right at the border right there of the eligibility and you can qualify.
And even if it's reduced price, they're free because the state, I think, of New Mexico is picking
Right.
up the difference between the cost and the reduction. So
Yes, for this year.
for this year,
Yeah.
so that's pretty important. Do you have to fill out one application for each child, or is it just per family?
It's one application per family, but if they do it per child, that's fine as well.
And then tech is really, I mean, everything you can buy online, you can do all that stuff. How has payment for and showing that they're paid for their lunches, how's technology affected that?
We have a program called Mealtime, and they can get on our bulldogs.org site, and they can also apply. The application is also online, My Mealtime. If you just go to the bulldogs.org site and you just click on the button and it'll take you there. You just set up your credentials and you can apply there. You can also go to My Mealtime and you can pay online for the student lunches. You can see the activity, if the students are eating that day, if they didn't eat that day.
Oh,
I mean-
okay. So if they didn't eat that day, what's going on here? You got to eat lunch,
no,
right?
We want to make sure that the community understands that even if a kid doesn't have any money in their account, they are not going to be turned down for breakfast or lunch, you know. And I know parents are busy, sometimes they forget to pay, but that kid is going to go to the cafeteria and he will be fed.
Yeah, the kid's going to eat regardless.
Another thing, the good thing that we have about that program is the parent can go in there, create an account online. They can pay with their credit card, or they can send the money with the student over to the cafeteria, and we'll put it in the system as soon as we get it.
Okay. So nobody's not going to eat.
No, everybody's gonna.
Everybody's going to
They'll
eat.
all eat.
Yeah.
And there's ways to do it. Do the teachers and administrators eat cafeteria food too?
Yes, we do.
Good.
We have a lot of them that go to the cafeteria and they eat.
Yeah. So what kind of an operation, are there cafeterias in all the schools, or is there a central location where everything is prepared and then it's sent to the schools?
It used to be a central kitchen over at the junior high before COVID. When COVID hit, then I had to, because of social distancing, we had to send everything to each one of the school sites. We have 10 schools altogether. And they will have to do the cooking at each school. And it turned out to be, I guess, one good thing that came out of COVID for us, because food is fresh out of the oven or hot out of the oven, and it's always there on time. So we continue doing that right now.
Okay.
And we plan on keeping it that way.
So all the kitchens were upgraded in all the different schools, and so the meals for Roselawn are made at Roselawn or
Yes.
Hermosa or whatever. Well, that's pretty cool.
Yes.
And that's worked out. How's the supply chain issues affected finding food in that quantity?
It's been a challenge. We do a school bid for our supplies every year. And so if I'm asking for a specific item, we'll lock the price. But with all the problems that we have in trying to transport food from everywhere, it's challenging. So, but for the most part, whatever Cisco don't have, if I can mention any companies, let's say that this company don't have the product that I'm looking for, then I can call the competitor, and they'll tell me, yes, we have it. Or sometimes that's why parents are gonna see substitutions on the menu. And so they need to also know that the menu, it is subject to change because of those reasons.
Yeah, what a challenge trying to pull that off and make that happen. Did any of you, did you have any formal training in cooking or being a chef or anything like that? Or how did you get into this particular job with the Artesia schools? Celina, how did you wind up doing what you're doing in the cafeteria program?
Well, I started when my kids were young. I've been there 21 years, so you learn as you go.
Okay, so you're just I'm going to go work in the kitchen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I would get out when the kids got out, went in not too early, so
Yeah.
I didn't have to really look for a babysitter, and it worked out fine for me, so I
Wor-
just stayed.
Worked out great. Julie, how did you get involved in this part of education?
Kind of the same thing as Celina. Well, I worked at Zia for 22 years, secretary,
Mm-hmm.
and then the position came up for cafeteria tech, so I applied, I got it. So I'm going to do all the office part of it.
Okay.
And I did the same because my kids were little, off when my kids were off, and
It just
being able to go to their sports, their activities, all that kind of stuff. Now they're 31 and 34, and I'm still there.
Well, do they have kids that are coming through now?
Yes, I have one of my grandsons, Zachary, is a 9th grader.
Mm-hmm.
Zayden is a 6th grader.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you get to see them.
Yeah.
And Aaron, how about you? How did you get?
Me, I've been at the schools for 17 and a half years. I'm originally from Ciudad Juarez, Chihuahua.
Okay.
And so when I came over here to the States, I started working at Flexi in the cafeteria as a dishwasher. I was at Flexi for 8 years and kind of worked my way up to become a food production manager.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got a call from Susie Perez. She was in the cafeteria before, and she trained me, and ever since then, I've been there, and it's been a great place to work.
Yeah, and I'm sure you get a lot of joy when you see the kids coming through the lines and getting and knowing that everybody's well fed, and
Yes.
hopefully if they eat it.
Yeah, I want to, if I can say something, I want
Sure.
to give a big shout out to the cafeteria ladies, all of them, because during this summer only, we served those lunches that we were doing on Mondays.
Mm-hmm.
We did it for 9 weeks, and we were serving an average of 1,200 to 1,400 students every week. And every student was getting 7 breakfasts and 7 lunches. So that we serve around 78,000 meals
Wow.
just in 9
Goodness.
weeks.
Yeah. I bet the people with the styrofoam container factory were sad when everybody went back to school,
Oh, yeah.
because you had to buy a lot. Well, that's a lot of work, and it really helped out a lot of folks through a very difficult time. And if you haven't heard it from enough folks, I'm sure everybody here wants to say thank you to you guys for everything that you do, and everybody in the cafeteria for all the work that you do. So,
Yes, sir. Thank you.
good deal. Anything else we need to mention?
Well, if there's any suggestions or comments, or if they need to contact the cafeteria, they can reach me at Caldera@bulldogs.org, or they can call my office. It's 575-748-2381.
Okay. You want the compliments, and then Julie gets the complaints?
I'll
Yes,
take-
we can do that. We can do that.
I'm more than willing to take the complaints. Any questions for lunch applications, anything like that, they can reach me at the administration office, 575-746-3585.
Excellent. Celina Duran, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
And Julie Sedillos, thank you.
Thank you for having us.
And Aaron Caldera, thank you for coming in.
Thank you, sir.
Now go make some lunch.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, we're good.